Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about why I created a new account from scratch. So, as you guys know, I've been playing this game since its release date for the past, 3 weeks or so. And I've been enjoying the game and having a lot of fun, but since the game was very, very new, especially new to me, and I jumped right in, and of course you're going to progress through the game, you're going to slowly learn new things as you play, and because of all that, I made a ton of mistakes early on. The one mistake that I did not make, however, was spending any kind of money. So therefore, since I did not have any kind of, money investment into the game outside of just time, I was able to decide, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just restart everything I've done. Take all the knowledge and all the experience that I've learned the first time around and incorporate it into my new account, and then try to push forward, get to the wall that I hit before, and break through it and beyond, and enjoy the game a lot better without making so many mistakes and having a lot more resources and a better established team and everything else that you could think of. And now this may not be a good thing for a lot of you to do, but for me, it just made perfect sense, especially if I want to play this game on YouTube. I need to progress as much as I can and build the best possible team I can while still trying to maintain my free-to-play status, because I really don't want to spend too much money, if any money at all, on a gacha game because I've already made that mistake a million times before. So I definitely want to try and enjoy the game as much as I possibly can, as free to play as I can. Therefore, for me, it was just in my best interest to do so. So we're going to do a little bit of gameplay and talk about some of the things that I've learned, some of the things that I want to change on this account that I did wrong on the first account. So one of the things that I noticed that I did wrong the first time around is I was trying to make way too many 5-star characters. I was trying to make everything that I could under the sun that seemed like a pretty decent, and I spent way too much time looking at the tier list. That is one big mistake that I probably made that I highly regret, and I do not want to make that mistake again. I was spending way too much time looking at the tier list, theory crafting, trying to decide what kind of armor works on this, what kind of works on that, realizing that I'm spending a lot of money equipping and unequipping and stuff like that, just wasting gold. I didn't have a really good healer either on the team, so I was wasting a lot of money early game re-healing up characters. So that was a waste of gold. And those resources may not seem like a lot, individually, but they do add up over time. And I was wasting stamina farming for things that really weren't going to help my team much. They were to help other things, and it just became an ongoing struggle to really progress. Getting your first 6-star was taking forever because you were making too many units 5 stars. You were focusing on too many different teams when you should have been focusing on just one solid team. So these were a lot of things that I learned, and I appreciate now knowing and able to take all that info and come back in here stronger than ever. And that's what I'm doing right now. So what's the game plan for this account? Well, as you notice this time around, we are not starting the game with Cez. I chose not to start with Cez. I re-rolled, I think, 4 different accounts to finally get this account because I was trying to go for Destina this time around. Now, Destina, what is she going to do for me, and how am I going to make good use of her instead of Cez? Why would you want to go with Cez over Destina over Cez? Well, here's the thing. Cez is an amazing character. He's awesome. I had him on my last account. He was my main attacker. He did great. But I noticed one thing with Cez. When you get some more endgame content, he becomes not as useful anymore because your struggles now go from the mobs to actually the bosses. We're talking Abyss, we're talking Hunt, we're talking, maybe even Labyrinth, in the 3rd Labyrinth, maybe, possibly. You're talking, like, in the higher-ups, like Chapter 4, 5, and beyond of, world difficulty and story. So it becomes more apparent to me that you really need to focus more on hard hitters for endgame. Cez is a really good unit for beginning to middle of the game. We can go in and just clear out bosses and then, clear out mobs, and then you can just go in with all 4 of your units, go in on a boss and be good to go. But after a while, it just does not become that easy. And as a free-to-play who only has limited resources available, Cez may not be a good option for late game. He's an amazing unit, do not get me wrong. I love Cez, he's awesome. Definitely by far one of the best characters in the entire game. But for me as a free-to-play, he just does not make much sense late in the game. So therefore, I decided to go with a new strategy and start a new account using Destina because I feel Destina is more appropriate for the free-to-play player because of how amazing she is in her tankiness and healing and keeping your units alive. So my new game plan is to basically take this account, which as you can see is barely nothing at this point because I just started today. So I'm basically going to be using Destina. I'm going to try and work my way up to grab Elson again, and then I'll have those, and then I'm going to go in for try and getting 2 hard hitters, like a Tierra, Lorena, you know, God Axe, if I can pull him again with my Moonlight Summons, which would be awesome. There's also, like, other hard hitters like Karen, which would be nice to have too, or Tanner Guard. So some of those units that are a lot easier to pull than a natural 5-star that hit very hard, try and focus on building a team around that and then progress through the story and through the game and other various modes this time around while investing all my resources into that one signified team, unified team is what I should have said. And that's kind of the game plan. So I just wanted to make this video kind of talking about what, you know, my struggles were, why I made a new account, why it makes sense for me, why it may even make sense for some of you as well if you're not heavily invested in the game yet, or if you spent no money. If you spent money, then I don't know if I would take the route that I just took unless it was maybe just a few dollars and you already got your enjoyment's worth out of it. But other than that, you probably should stick with the accounts you have if you definitely have went in deep. But for me, from my standpoint, from my experience, this was just the best fit, the best thing to do. And, you know, I'm happy that I've done it because now I can hopefully play the game a lot longer because now I'm going to be learning from all my mistakes and carry forward and hopefully make this account as best I possibly can as a free-to-play player. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. It was more of a somewhat educational / discussion video. But anyways, if you guys want to see some more Epic 7 content, it'll be right around the corner. You never know when, but it'll be there. So until next time, be sure to subscribe. We're almost at 10K here on the channel. Also, check out some of my other various content if it interests you. Drop a like on the video if you liked it. If any of you are thinking about or you are on the fence about doing something like this, maybe I was able to help you sway your decision one way or another. If so, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Join us in the Discord in the description below, and I will catch you all next time. Until then, peace.